Welcome to the UMBC Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Steve Levy. For our regular fans of the Coach's Corner, you'll notice a different setting to our show today with the wonderful cooperation of Media and Communication Studies, all of our wonderful students here in the studio and upstairs. Our inaugural shows this year will come right from the studio right here on the UMBC campus. It's my pleasure to welcome into one of our inaugural shows, head men's soccer coach Pete Caringi. And Coach, welcome in for another new season of soccer at UMBC. But let's start out by talking about last year. And just what a special year it was for all of soccer at UMBC, both men and women. But your team certainly capturing its third America East title in 4 years, hosting an NCAA tournament game. I could go on, but just your reflections on 2013 UMBC men's soccer.
Well, I think it was a really special year, a special fall, I think, in general. Obviously the women's soccer team had a great year, and congratulations to the coaching staff, and women's volleyball did great, and I thought it kind of just captured the whole scenario for the whole school. And our season was special. We had 3 players that went on to sign pro contracts. Our players, national recognized, top 10. And I think everything we've worked for all the years to try to get to happen all came together in 1 year.
Coach, I talk about, not only the soccer program, but the whole culture of the campus really seemed to have, revitalized itself over the last several years, and soccer has been a big part of that. You've been here a long time, obviously. What did you notice over the last year or two about, obviously UMBC's been ranked in the top 25 in attendance, but really the last 2 years, it just has exploded on this campus, seeing so many people at games, and really so many people showing that UMBC pride around soccer.
Well, I think, we've really done a really good job of trying to promote the game. Obviously, with both programs doing a great job on the field, I think that helps. I think when the fans come to the game, they're excited about how we play, the style of play. It's something that we've worked a long, hard time to get to this point. I know a lot of colleges now, especially mid-majors, are actually trying to copy the model that we have here. I think the students have been great. We have a supporters group that comes out. It's just, to me, obviously I'm on the sideline, but you can look up in the stands and you can see that the kids, the students have fun. So it's a great atmosphere with the lights. It adds to a lot. The game field is tremendous. And I just think it's just been something that when you see the students come and the soccer community comes, it's a combination of a great product, a lot of local players, an exciting game, and very, very few times I think people have walked away from a UMBC soccer game and said, man, I did not enjoy that. I think the misconception on the UMBC campus, or outside the UMBC campus also, is that there's no school spirit. And I think what UMBC soccer has done, and both the men and women's side, has shown that the students are behind us, the students will support us. They've come to the Maryland game, they went to the Loyola game last year and taken over stadiums. And I never thought in all the years that I've been here that I would say that. So, I just been really impressed with our support, the students, the fans, the alumni, and I couldn't thank them enough.
Coach, a new year, 2014. You guys have been all over the national rankings for the first month of the season. Talk about the high points, what you've seen so far. A lot of seniors are on the squad this year. Trying to work in some new faces, but kind of give us the capsule of what you've seen so far in 2014. Well,
I think the hard part is when you're defending champions and you've had the success we've had in the last couple of years, that it puts a mark on you. Every team you're playing against now is playing against a nationally ranked team. You're the hunted. I remember 6-7 years ago talking to you and having conversations where we were looking forward to playing certain teams and certain schools because they were highly ranked and we wanted to knock them off. And now it seems like every time we walk into a stadium or walk onto the field, the other team is really excited and very emotional about playing us. So I think that's something you have to learn how to adjust. I think it's a compliment to our players and our program, but it's an ongoing process to be in a position that every time you walk on the field, you better be giving your best or you can get knocked off. Obviously, the highlight so far, I'd have to look back and say, when we played at Maryland and there was over 7,500 fans at the game and 2 nationally ranked programs from the same state, the amount of people that we had to support from UMBC was tremendous. The guy I spoke to down at Maryland said in all the years they've had soccer down there that it was the first school that it was the biggest response from another school, and the amount of fans and the support and how loud they were. So that says a lot about the UMBC support system that we have here. But I'd have to say that was the highlight. But I think we've done a really good job of making guys aware that we want to be the best team we can be by the America East games coming up, and and playing our best soccer for the tournament, because it doesn't really matter if we're playing our best soccer in early September. You want to be peaking in November.
Coach, okay, so I'm a father of a young, aspiring soccer player, and I want to bring him out to watch a UMBC game. Pick out a player or two that, if I'm a father trying to talk to my son about that, who do I want to watch on the field, and why? Who are a couple players you could identify?
Well, I think there's more than a couple, because, but I would start off, look at someone like Omar Ballo. He's a local product from Archbishop Curley. He's 6'3", he's an athlete, he's very skillful. MLS scouts are drooling over him, and he's an All-American that obviously has pro potential all over him. So you come to a game, you're going to see somebody really quick, really fast, very talented, and then you go look at someone like Gaetan Catabiano, who's another local product, very skillful, scored goals, physically nowhere near compared to Omar, but it just shows the beauty of the game. You don't have to be the biggest, strongest player. As long as you have skill and you have heart, you can play. So, we've got quite a few players that I would say you're going to come out and play. And the best part about it, the team we put on the field the other day was all 11 players were from the state of Maryland. So I think the fans that would come out are going to see players that they probably can identify with, because we cover the whole state. So from Baltimore through D.C., the players are all coming from that area.
Coach, lastly, as we air this, we'll probably be getting just about ready for America East Conference play. You can talk about the target on the backs of UMBC, but kind of give the fans a little bit of a briefing on just how tough America East Conference soccer is.
Well, America East is very tough, and it starts off with just the amount of travel that you have. To play one game up in Vermont, and you fly up and you hit the weather, and there's a lot of factors. So it's a very tough league, very difficult league to win, and that's why I'm very proud of what we've accomplished. It's gotten better and better. You cannot take one game for granted. There's not one game on your schedule in the America East where you say, well, that's going to be an easy game. And we're going from all the way up to Vermont through Boston and New Hampshire and New York, obviously. So there's a lot of travel involved, as I said before. But it's a league that I think continues to get better. And this year, based on the performance of Vermont and a couple of the other schools, I think it's going to be a really wide open league.
Well, Coach, certainly best of luck as we go through the season, and best of luck in defending that America East Conference Championship. Once again, the Retrievers, all the month of October, will be home several times. You can catch the action at Retriever Soccer Park. We know a lot of you do already, but please come out and support both your men's and women's soccer teams. For the UMBC Coaches Corner, I'm Steve Levy.